Hi there. Welcome to my home. Hi, I'm Cindy Merritt and I'm your local real estate partner. And just like you, I live, work, and play in the Richmond, Virginia area and all around our wonderful surrounding counties. We are out in Louisa County today at Project Perry. And this is Matt Smith. And Matt, this is an amazing place. Tell me where we are and what we're doing.
We are a lifelong care facility for exotic birds, parrots,
Okay.
where they can remain. And live their lives out here. We take care of them and provide properly for them.
Okay. And how many birds do you have out here? It seems like an awful lot.
We have about 230 out here.
Wow. Birds actually live a really long time, don't they?
Some of our birds, like the macaws, can live up to about 80.
80 years old. Wow. So they're going to outlive their owners.
A lot of times, and that's where our estate planning comes in for people who are in their 60s and 70s who realize their bird is relatively young. They're getting older and they need to make arrangements for their bird's future where they know where their bird is going to be cared for, safe, and live their life out. And that draws a lot of people to find us.
If someone wants to bring their bird to you for whatever reason, how do they go about doing that?
There's an application and interview process. It's all outlined on our website. We can also be contacted if there's a rescue case that somebody knows about, birds not being treated correctly, that have been seized in a cruelty case by animal control, things like that. We can also help those cases out whenever possible.
Okay. I know it's in a very secluded location, so people can't just drop by. Is that correct?
Yes, it's by appointment only, whether it be an individual tour or any other reason that people need to come here, or a group tour, which we do May through October. And it's important for people to come and see what we do here, not only for transparency, because we are a publicly supported nonprofit. People can actually come and see the level of care that we give the birds, how they're taken care of, but also the educational aspect where people can come here and learn about what we do, the issues that parrots have in captivity, and get to know the individuals themselves, because I know there's a lot of parrot-loving people out there that want to come and hear their stories.
What has amazed me today is how these birds all have such unique personalities and and how they all love you so much. I mean, that's so apparent, because as soon as we walk into an aviary, they're on your shoulder.
A lot of them are. There's some that haven't warmed up to me, but that's okay.
So how many different species of birds do you have out here?
There's a little over a dozen of different species here at the sanctuary.
Here, okay. So when people go to the pet store and buy a bird as a pet, so often they really don't know what they're getting into, do they?
A lot of times they don't. Parrots should definitely not be impulsively purchased or purchased at all, because there's so many birds out there that do need an adoptive home. They not only have specialized needs as an exotic wild captive animal, but also they live so long. You're looking at basically a lifetime commitment for most of these larger birds.
So Matt, how did you get involved in the bird sanctuary?
Perry was a blue-crowned conure that I bought as a baby, and she had a disease bred into her as a baby, so at under 1 year of age, she got sick. Oh. And I spent months and thousands of dollars to try to cure her, which ultimately didn't work. She passed away, and that led me into the world of bird rescue by volunteering at a parrot sanctuary when I lived in New England. And then I decided pretty shortly after volunteering that that's what I wanted to commit my life to. And I moved back down to Virginia to create this place out of nothing almost 15 years ago. And it's been just growing it and building it ever since.
So that's why the name Project Perry.
It was named after her because had she not passed and I started volunteering, then none of this probably would have ever happened. So I named it after her. Our aviaries are all designed to be natural themed, natural ground, planted plants and trees so that they can live more of a natural life. They have access to direct sunlight in the outside section, along with rain shower baths when rainstorms come through in the spring and fall and summer. And it's very conducive to keeping happy birds, is allowing them to live a more natural life out here.
Matt, how do birds come to live here at the sanctuary?
Birds come to live here either through a rescue case in which they need rescued, or they came from a seizure or cruelty case, or not good conditions in which they're rescued and they come to live here, which makes up more than half of our population. The other part of our population is called lifetime of care birds, and those come from good homes, but people couldn't keep them for one reason or another, and they fund their birds' care to live.
You're actually an accredited sanctuary, is that correct?
Yes, double accredited by the American Sanctuary Association and by Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries, which the GFAS, it's not easy to get, and we did.
Wonderful. What does it take to operate out here with all the bird seed and the care?
We provide, in terms of their diet, we do fruits, veggies, pellets, seed and grain, nuts, all good quality, a lot of human grade ingredients. So we spend anywhere between like $30,000 and $40,000 a year on food alone.
Wow.
All in all, we have a budget of several $100,000 a year, and we meet that each year through approximately a third of our donations are from private foundations, such as Bob Barker. He's been a big donor of ours for each year for the past several years. The other third comes from lifetime of care birds that are paid birds that come here to live. When
people come out here to do tours, is there a cost for the tours, and is that part of your fundraising then?
It is, because we spend about 3 to 4 hours with any given individual or group to go around and pretty much show them everything, meet all the birds, answer all their questions, and in turn we just ask for a $20 per person donation to the sanctuary.
Okay. So Matt, you have a full-time staff out here. It's not just you, right?
Yep, 4 full-time live-on-site staff.
Live on site, okay. And you said you're hiring?
Yes, we are looking for that special caregiver that can come here and join us, live on site and work here for the birds full-time. This is one of the dwellings that we have to accommodate somebody to live out here. It's really nice.
So they get to live here and work here, and they get paid to play with the birds?
Yep, we have payroll, and we even have group health insurance.
That's great. That's awesome. And that's a really cute little cabin.
It sure is. Has everything you need. This is the Bob Barker Macaw Aviary. It was fully funded by Bob Barker.
Like the Bob Barker.
Price is Right Bob Barker.
Wow, that's great.
He's been a very generous donor of ours.
That's wonderful. And this aviary is huge.
It is our largest. It's 3,900 square feet.
Wow.
It took me 2 years to build, and it's our most recently completed aviary for macaws primarily.
Okay. So Matt, when macaws, who are your largest bird here, are kept in a cage, what happens to their flying ability and that sort of thing?
Well, due to their long wingspan, a lot of macaws as pet birds in people's homes don't get the opportunity to fly. And so they never really learn to or develop the strong muscles for it. And so we get a lot of macaws here that don't fly, with the exception of Bill. Bill flies everywhere. But a lot of them don't fly for that very reason, so we have highway perches everywhere for them. They can, over time, learn how to fly, either by observation. They can watch Bill do it and say, hey, I can do that too. They can practice, they can build up their wing muscles. And they have the opportunity to, but a lot of them don't.
But they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful birds.
And that's what draws people to them, their beauty and their intelligence and their emotional appeal as a companion.
Well, you are very, very blessed to have Bob Barker as a benefactor for you, and to be able to have this amazing facility for these birds.
Thank you very much. We certainly are able to take care of them as our life's work, and we enjoy caring for them, and we'd rather do nothing else than that.
I can understand why. So say goodbye, Bill, And if you want to come down to Project Perry and make yourself at home, make a donation for these wonderful birds and their care, come on down. You'll be really, really glad you did.
Cindy Merritt is nationally recognized as a leader in the U.S. real estate market. Of the more than 35,000 realtors in Virginia, the American Institute of Real Estate Professionals consistently ranks Cindy in the top 10 best realtors in the state.
I think the poop went between
Yes,
us.
I think so. That's fine. Between us is good. All
Yeah,
I said.
it helps fertilize the grass.
Make Yourself at Home is sponsored in part by Paul Adams, branch manager and nationally recognized senior loan officer with Prime Lending, a Plains Capital company. With over 400 mortgage options available, Paul Adams and his team work hard to uncover the key to each client's mortgage success.